I don't like her attitude, man. First she talks about my spiders. Yeah. And then she sniffs.
Your spiders make me itchy.
They don't touch you. They don't mess with you.
Yeah, but I see him shake it on the webs. I see him shaking on the webs with the air blowing, and I get residually. I feel itchy.
Don't talk to Roger like that.
I'll talk how I want to.
You named the spiders in the studio
Yeah,
individually. How do you know that one is Roger?
He's got.
How do you know she's talking about Roger? There's 5 spiders over there.
His voice?
His voice. We haven't heard his voice. We just heard Lauren talk about him.
It's ultrasonic.
Oh, you can talk to spiders?
Yeah. Well, I hear them. I'm not sure they hear me, but
Yeah.
we get along.
You're like Hagrid with Aragog.
Huh?
Aragog.
Aragon?
Aragog. That's Aragog.
Aragog.
Is that a drag?
No. That's Hagrid. Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Dragrid?
Dragrid. Hey, yo, Wizard Harry. This is Dragrid.
Dragrid.
Yo, Wizard Harry.
It's like an ugly drag queen.
Big old beard.
He says, "You're a wizard, Harry. You better work."
You're a queen, Harry.
Well, is that like a drag king?
You're a wizard, bitch.
Dragrid.
Somebody will make like a RuPaul's Harry Potter
Definitely.
AI simulation thing.
Hermione.
Hermione?
Mm-hmm.
His hiney?
His hiney. That's good. Well, but we can't really tell if that's a Harry Potter thing.
Yeah. You can't if you call it his hiney Granger.
That's true.
His hiney danger.
I'm his hiney danger. I'm Harry Cocker.
Yeah.
House Stiffendor.
Oh my God.
Slith them in.
Slid them in. That's okay. That's not bad.
That's okay.
What about
Gavenclaw.
Gavenclaw? What about Green Thoughts? Green Thoughts Bank, where all the Jews work.
Oh. Green thoughts. Okay.
What about
Hufflepuff is easy. Got to be easy.
Well, then
Truffle puff?
You said it would be easy.
Well, it's got to be easy because it's kind of gay already.
Hufflepuff. It is just Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepoof.
There you go. I mean, it's a little British, but
Yeah.
we got a slur in there.
We got one.
Welcome to Hufflepuff. Well, folks, welcome to Working Crass Podcast. This is Lauren.
Hello.
I'm Joshua, and we have Byron here with
I'm
us.
Stretchy McGee, man.
He's Stretchy McGee is his
Yeah,
name,
man.
and stretching is his game.
Stretching's my game.
And especially when coming up with some of those Harry Potter gay names, you were stretching. You were doing a real stretch.
Yeah, I'm like prestige mode.
All right, and
Classic Call of Duty reference there.
I didn't even know that.
I feel like that one dude we used to do improv with that reference.
Cool.
I didn't want to say his name.
I feel like I'm out of the loop with that reference. I don't know who the one guy.
You don't?
No.
All right. Well, we can move on.
All right.
It's not relevant.
Well, folks, we're back again for another episode of Working Crass Podcast, and this week I have some political stuff pulled up. We keep pulling what? Calm down.
I had a bit I was going to do and I forgot it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Maybe you'll remember it.
No, I can't do it. I got to prepare.
All right. Well, that's okay. Well,
you just ruined the podcast.
No, you don't. Well, I didn't ruin the podcast.
It's
The whole
fine. It's
podcast
fine.
is
It's
fucking
just
ruined.
the episode is going to be shit now, and
it's fine.
it's kind of all your fault, but
Speaking of improv, we were talking just a second ago about a guy we used to do improv with. And, we've all done improv in this city. We've done improv shows. Byron and I just recently did an improv show at Second City.
At the city.
And I'll say the people were nice.
They were actually pretty good this time.
We
had a good experience.
The first time, the people we went in and talked to were nice. The people that ran the show were nice. I mean, we can look past the fact that Second City regularly has like Kamala Harris come up and give speeches and they're fucking. But
all proceeds go to the DNC.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah. Well, and even 1959, the bar staff were nice to me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
One of them had like red crosses here. Like I think they were either makeup or tattoos.
On
They
their
looked
eyes?
like a freak.
Wow.
Yeah.
Red crosses as a tattoo next to their
It
eyes?
probably wasn't a tattoo. It was probably like kind of like that Asian makeup style, people do.
Oh, like a henna?
Like
It was red.
like they look like Red Cross, like the nurses.
No.
symbol.
I didn't even hear her question. I didn't even know what she was asking.
She was saying like the Red Cross.
And that's not what it was? It wasn't a cross?
Well, it was a cross, but it wasn't the Red Cross.
Oh.
I said the nurses symbol.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between the nurse's symbol of the Red Cross and just a Red Cross?
Well, these are more like tiny little cross. They weren't thick. I think the Red Cross
I
is
see.
thick,
It's like a thick. Okay. This was like a line. These
Yeah,
are two lines.
yeah.
Two intersecting
Well,
lines.
they were a little thicker than a line.
All right. Well, what the fuck is happening?
We could just move on.
But everyone was. I apparently. Did anybody come up to you after the show? After I left? Because I left first. Anybody say good job, or the guy with the glasses was so handsome, or like.
No. Nothing. I don't think so. I don't remember too well, but I do. I mean, the people that came for me,
Yeah,
they liked the show a lot. Thought we were very funny.
that's good.
Yeah.
No one was like the guy with the glasses though. Like, what was in his pants?
No,
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
What was that huge thing in his pants? And like that big bulge? What
Yeah,
the
I don't
fuck?
know what that was. It was weird.
Yeah. Well, I guess no one asked. Well, speaking of improv, we're taking a look at the improv subreddit here, and somebody asked, "Hey, any male improvisers interested in a private nude improv practice group?"
Oh my god.
This guy goes, "I'm a social nudist, and I'm curious if any other male improvisers would be interested in forming a private all-male nude improv practice group in New York City. I know this might sound out there, and I fully expect some sarcastic comments or bits. It is Reddit after all, but this is a serious inquiry." Our idea is...
So, Byron, did you get any takers for your request?
Not yet. Just Terry. Just my coworker.
You do have a nude coworker.
Yeah.
Well, they're not always nude. They're not a nudist coworker.
Yeah, they're
I said
nudists.
a nude coworker. Like you go every day and they are naked.
No,
Well, I was born this way, so I stayed this way.
I was born this way.
We were all born nude.
Yeah, that
is
is
true.
true. Yeah.
We're all technically nude.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with this, but I do like take umbrage with you. I do take Professor umbrage with you.
Cumbridge.
There you go. Hey, there we go. There we go.
I'm like Mark Norman over here, man. I'm like Mark Norman. Send this to him and say, hey, he's good.
Boy's good.
The boy be good.
What do you think, Mr. Norman? You want to hire him on as a writer?
Yeah. Bring me on.
He goes, Cumbridge. That's comedy.
Yeah.
I take umbrage with you saying that, making a joke about this being Byron's post. I clearly posted this on the internet looking for male people that want to perform nude with me.
Yeah, that checks out.
What's
Okay.
your fucking problem with that?
I just felt
What's
like that.
so fucking funny about that?
I don't find
What
it
would be funny about men in the nude going, hey, I'm a tree? What would be funny about that?
As I said, I
Hey.
don't think there's anything funny about that.
Hey, just to be clear, Lauren, tell me what exactly do you think is funny about improv comedy? Because I'm telling you, there's nothing.
No, I didn't think it was funny. I just thought it was something that Byron might request.
No. I've asked
But-
him many times. He will not join my private nude improv male group. I love that it's male only, too.
I know, yeah.
It is funny.
Let's embrace body positivity, but
I'm all for a co-ed nude improv group if all of the other performers are females and hot. That's what I should post. I should post any female improvisers interested in a private nude improv practice group. I'm a improv coach, and I've been an improv coach for years.
You're the coach.
I'm also a nudist.
Say a private one-on-one.
There will be a yoga session at the beginning, so we get our bodies loose and limber.
We got to do some headspace. No, but you're like, I'm actually not a nudist, but I am a nude enjoyer.
I'm an enjoyer of nudity. I consider myself a bit of a connoisseur of nudity.
I will be filming all of
Switch
our
a wine
practice
glass
sessions. That is crazy. Scroll down. I want to see some comments.
Hey, ladies, the suggestion is spread them. Can we get a suggestion of anything at all to start our show?
DP.
Did I ever tell you all about the when I worked at college at the student center, they would have these events that the black sororities and fraternities would put on, and usually they would start with an itinerary, and it would be we're going to do this, please play this song for this, and then halfway through they would come up to the tech booth and go, hey man, we just going to dance for the rest of it. And they would drop the itinerary and they would give me their phone and have me play music. Anyway, one of these events was this speaker woman, and she came in because there was a big trend at my college of the black males telling women spread them or die. That was like a common phrase, was spread them or die. And then this feminist black speaker comes to the college and is like, I heard there's many men on this campus saying spread 'em or die. Well, I tell you what, you can die. And was real mad about it and was like, we got to fight back against this. And the dudes and the audience were laughing their asses off the whole time. And you know that they left there and the first thing they did was text somebody, spread 'em or die. It did not get through to anyone at all.
I thought you were going to say they immediately went up to the tech booth and said, we're just going to
We gonna dance.
We gonna dance now, I think.
Play some music.
Time to dance.
Play some music.
All right, you don't get to get your hand off my mouse.
I know some
Get your
people. I
hands
know
off my
some
mouse.
people that are on the improv subreddit. I'm looking.
Particularly the nude ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Richard Smoker.
Mrs. Richard Smoker. That's Mrs. Dick Smoker.
Ooh.
Hey, she'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Neither male nor in New York City. Just here to suggest the name Barefoot All Over for your troupe.
Not funny.
Yeah, that goes to show you how these improvisers are real
scroll all
comedians.
the way down.
Hold on.
Scrolled all the way down.
Calm down. We haven't even read the whole post yet. This person says, the idea is to create a space where we can practice improv while embracing body positivity and comfort in our own skin. If this resonates with you, feel free to DM me. Let's see if anyone else is out there. Thanks for reading and keep the yes and going.
Could you zip zop my nuts, please?
Yeah.
This person says, probably easier to find nudists who do improv than improvisers who want to go nude, which is
That's probably true.
probably true. That person's giving good advice, okay?
Yeah, good advice.
There's going to be bits, all right.
Yeah.
This person says, long form or short form?
I'll be long.
Depends on the temperature.
Yeah.
Some of y'all have never heard of live nude improv, and it shows.
Okay. I don't need the snark.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's
This is in Austin, Texas, live nude improv at the Hideout Theater.
That's so stupid.
You know none of them look good.
Yeah, they're probably all fruits.
Fat.
Fat.
Lauren
Scroll
and I,
down, man.
when
Scroll down.
Oh, my God.
All the way.
All the way?
Yeah.
This is where we went last
That last comment gives me a freaking triggers, man.
This person says, my spider sense on this is giving me a seizure.
And I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
All right. Just bring something up and don't talk about it on a podcast.
It's okay. There's no one listening to this. Somebody says this is very weird and comes across kind of predatory and creepy.
Okay.
And the guy who posted it goes, the problem is that you automatically associate nudity with sex. No one is forcing anyone to be nude. It's voluntary.
But we are forcing the sex.
We are gonna, I am going to butt fuck these people,
Yeah.
but
The nudity is voluntary. The sex is not.
Yeah. 3 more replies.
Eesh.
guys, you know there's no rules in improv, but here in our all-male nude improv group, there's only one rule. You can't say no.
You think he's gay? Okay, bruh.
Do I think the guy that wants to start an all-male nude improv group is gay? Probably.
Oh, I know this hip hop tomato guy, actually.
He says it's just weird that you specify men only.
Yeah.
Somebody says it's improv. Of course it's male only.
All right. All right.
Oh, kill me. It's improv. Of course it's all males. Only men. Look, if anyone's interested in joining my private nude improv practice group, and you're a man, and you got a schlong, and you got a big schlong, or a little schlong, but big balls, please. I would
Little
like...
schlong, big balls. Big schlong, doesn't matter the ball size.
Doesn't matter the ball size. If you have tiny schlong, tiny balls, you should not.
You better be leaking if that's the case.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean
What?
leaking?
Yeah.
Leaking out of where?
Your pee. Your pee-pee hole.
If you got a tiny, yeah, I'm with him. If you got a tiny wiener and tiny balls, your pee-pee hole better be leaking. You want to join my improv group? You're nothing to me unless you leak.
Leakers only.
Lauren and I went to a one of those nude
Burlesque?
improv shows. When we first moved here, we went to that one at the Annoyance that was Skinprov, and we walked out of there after 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes for us to go, well, this is garbage,
Yeah.
and left.
Yeah.
What?
We didn't know that it was going to be nude.
Yes, we did. That's why I went. I wanted to see nude bodies.
Oh,
What do you mean you didn't know?
I
And
didn't-
also, we didn't see any nude bodies before we left because it was by
Yes,
the
we
show.
did. Well, we didn't see the nude body. We just saw somebody take, because they would be like, taking a piece of clothing off at a time.
Yes.
So we just saw somebody take like a sock off or something. But
A guy took his like blazer off. It was all gay. It was all gay. None of it was cool.
Yeah.
It was gay.
Yeah.
I did not know.
There's no talent there.
There was no talent.
Yeah.
And we saw the group come out. I saw the 3 women in the group. I went, let's leave.
Yeah, I'm done.
They're going to get nude. I don't care. This isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Can I get a refund?
You noticed right away that it was all tiny schlongs, small balls, and none of them were leaking.
Yeah.
And you said, we're out.
I was pissed. I was like, I thought this was going to be books. I thought this was going to be fucking... I thought this was going to be a gentleman's club level of an improv show. I thought there was going to be, all right, everyone, we're doing improv. And then a woman would come out and shoot ping pong balls out of her vag. I wanted to see that. And I thought Chicago was like innovative and cool. I thought we were supposed to see like cool improv. I thought we were going to see some holes,
No, dude.
some holes gaping.
No holes you want to see here.
I guess not. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway.
Not a lot of talent in the improv scene, I'll say.
Yeah,
At least in Chicago.
yeah. Us included.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
No way, man. You
No.
kidding me?
if people have been listening to this episode, it's us included.
Us included. Us included. All right. Well, speaking of comedians and comedy, something that I signed up for recently is this program that supports our politicians. And I believe that the strongest voice for policy is comedians and comics. And so that's why I support Comics for Kamala. This is a group where comedians get together and they promote Kamala Harris. And I think that's good. I want to be a member of this. I'm actually pissed off. This is my comment over here. I'm so bummed to have missed this. Is there a recording? That's me over there. I'm trying to get
You said, I'm sorry, I was too busy with my nude
Improv
all-male
group.
improv group.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a Comics for Kamala event. So that being said, let's check this out and see how it goes.
And if you don't know me, I'm Kathy Griffin, just a humble legend, just a down-to-earth icon. I'm so powerful, I don't need batteries to be. I'm unstoppable. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Kamala for president.
Whoa.
Oh,
Jeez,
how's it going there?
Jeez, I'm good.
Hey, how's it going?
Is
Hey.
that was that a
Hi, Eric.
dog?
How are you? Yeah.
We're doing like
Was that a dog?
What?
What?
The one that was singing.
Was Sia a dog?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't a dog. Why do you think it was a dog?
Yeah, you couldn't see her eyes. Looked like a little floppy dog.
Okay, she does kind of look like
A Shih Tzu, a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. She looks like fluffy dog.
comics for Kamala. I mean, do you have like a bit you could do? I know you do a great Obama. If you,
I
do
don't
that.
really have a bit. Obama? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should do that. Listen, everybody. Now is the time for us to take action, and now is the time for us to secure our future and save this democracy.
With the whole kind of hazy background.
For those of you who are
Okay.
listening, that was Keegan-Michael Key doing Obama.
Yeah. Which is like he's got a good impression, but it's like
yeah,
comics for Kamala and like no joke.
It's
nothing funny.
It's Kamala, you racist.
Oh fuck! Did I say it weird?
Yeah.
It's like Kamala. Weren't you there when her nieces came out on stage and told you how to fucking pronounce it at the DNC?
No, I was paying attention to the
To their bodies?
no the the retard guy.
Yeah.
He was teaching me how to say it.
All right, let's keep going.
You got a little Jedi thing going a little bit. I know you didn't, and then the blue with the thing. You just look like you were just about to kind of do a little bit of that business.
That's the Carrie Lake filter I have. Just blurs everything back. Oh, put my hood up.
There you go.
That's funny.
You know, the famous comedian Mark Hamill,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selling out shows.
famous comic.
Go.
Comic legend.
So far, none of these people have been comics. Like, comic as a stand-up comedian, I guess, other than Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, but she's washed up.
Yeah,
And she looks like a skeleton.
she does.
Like I thought she was.
Lisa, tell us why you're here today.
I am here because I was getting a little alarmed, Tom. I was watching the way the country was going. It was a little scary. I said, if I knew we were headed towards a Handmaid's Tale and I was going to be wearing that big red cape, I wouldn't have cut out carbs. I just let my fat ass fly free.
When I was asked,
Yeah, we're all going into a
Hilarious.
Handmaid's Tale. That's every joke for the last 6 years, folks.
Yep.
Maybe 8. It's been like 8 years that everybody's like, oh, we all live in a Handmaid's Tale. No, we all live in 1984 and you're the party. Like, that's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah.
by the Kamala Harris campaign, if I would hop on board, I said, absolutely, I would be honored to be her running mate. And I accept. I absolutely accept. I'm just a little worried about publicly disclosing my gambling debts, which are crushing and many.
I'm thrilled.
So far,
Why
hilarious.
is this video so loud?
Yeah.
It was soft at the beginning, so then I turned it up, and now it's loud. What do you want from me?
It is.
I'm doing my best to produce this podcast. What are you, a Redditor? You're going to come in and criticize everything I do?
No, she's your wife. That's what she does. Man.
No, she's Jewish. That's
Yeah.
what I'll turn it down a little, I guess, Lauren, for your
sorry.
poor ears.
It's
I'm
too
sorry.
loud.
It's too loud.
To support a candidate who knows how deeply important it is to protect women's health because it's so under attack right now. All right, JD
Really?
Vance.
Yeah, no, women's
Right
health.
now, it's under
Yeah.
attack.
Women's health is really under attack.
I will say my ear health is under attack from
Yeah.
how loud this video was.
Yeah, no, RFK is bringing up, the chronic health issues across the country, but it's really Kamala that's going to help out with health because women's health really only means abortion. That's
For real.
all
Yeah.
women's health actually means. The way you could tell whether or not a woman is healthy or not is how many abortions she's had. And I'm sorry, no. How many abortions she currently has access to in the area. That's how healthy a woman is.
Yeah.
Because the health of a woman should be
killing your child.
Yeah, health of a woman should be determined by how much cum you can fit in your nasty pussy. Like just putting your flag in the sand and saying, you know what? All I care about, the only issue I care about in this election is filling my nasty cunt with as much cum as I possibly can, so that way I can have an abortion.
Well, if that's the case,
I don't want to wear condoms. I don't want to have anyone pull out and cum on my nasty face. I want cum in my cunt. That's the only option.
Well, if that's the case, then Lauren's pretty healthy.
Because she comes in my cunt.
she comes in your cunt. No, that was mean. Lauren's probably unhealthy, if that's the case. In a good way?
Either way, you do this, you're digging your hole deeper and deeper and deeper.
I don't think I've ever made a joke where I insinuate that you're a slut. So I'm sorry I did that. That was kind of mean.
Yeah. Either way, I'm not coming.
Vance looks like a composite of every guy that's called you a bitch on Bumble.
JD Vance looks like you told ChatGPT to draw a guy who says, "M'lady."
Much like Kathy.
Yeah, I love that. Just, jokes about the appearance of JD Vance and as opposed to, any policy or anything like that.
As opposed to us calling Kathy Griffin a skeleton.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
Well,
that's highbrow.
Yeah, no, it is. Her brows were very high.
Like a skeleton.
They were pretty high.
Brows.
Kathy Griffin bringing in Sia earlier. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the boss, Bruce Springsteen. Oh, wait. Hang on. The connection. 1 second. Hang on. Is he not? Did he got? Okay. He got it. He got an elevator. Okay. Let me know when he comes back on.
This is how I know none of these people are comedians. Why don't they ever say retard in any of these videos?
It's just
they're not
terribly unfunny.
So this is evidence that they've all been to Epstein's Island, right?
Oh yeah, no. This is like you can smell the blackmail through the Zoom meeting.
And I love how he's like, Comics for Kamala was a huge success. Check out some of these are the highlights. Everyone.
Yeah, these are the highlights. Yeah,
I'm so bummed to have missed this.
This is
excited to be here as a white dude.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sure.
This isn't the White Dudes for Kamala. That was last week.
Oh. Sorry. What is this?
This is Comics for Kamala.
Right. I'm not a comedian.
Yeah, John, we know.
It's okay.
We've seen
None
your
of
work.
the rest of us. are
literally
either.
nobody else is either.
Jesus Christ,
It's okay.
it's so loud too.
I know this volume is up and down, but it is a Zoom meeting. That's every single person's thing is different.
Yeah.
So let's get comedian Whoopi Goldberg. We love Whoopi.
Yeah.
We love old Poopy Goldberg. Let's see what she has to say.
Kamala Harris, the world is watching and they are talking about you.
Yeah.
That is true.
Kamala Harris. We love you, Kamala Harris. The world is talking about you. All right, here's Ben Stiller, who, by the way, I don't know if this is where he says it, but somebody interviewed Ben Stiller recently, and they were like, hey, why do you want to vote for Kamala? And he says, I think we need a change.
Because some.
Oh, my God. See, that's funny.
It
actually.
is funny. We need a change in the world, and that's why we need to vote for the person who is currently vice president in the White House.
I know what you're thinking, probably another funny guy here to tell you why to vote for Kamala Harris. But I feel like I'm different because I'm not a comic. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Play Dirks.
Nobody in this meeting has been a comic.
Yeah, I don't.
Hardly anyone.
Zoolander. I was in Dodgeball. I got my dick stuck in my zipper 25 years ago, if you're old enough to get that reference.
Right. Democracy's on the line. It's an important election.
Oh, here's Matt Friend. Here's yet again putting Matt Friend in fucking everything. Matt Friend, if you guys don't know, he's an impressionist. He is an impressionist comedian. He does everything with Kamala Harris now. He just got big. He is also good friends with Bill Maher and has a podcast on his network now. All he does are impressions. The impressions are very tame. He's good in impressions. He can do voices really well, but the content is never there. And then every week it's like, here's me and Obama.
But
here's me and Kamala.
But he will be the next Colbert. Once the CIA kills Colbert off the show, they're going to replace him with this guy, right?
You know how celebrities and comedians, they don't want to host award shows anymore?
Mhm.
They're all like, hey, it doesn't pay well, and you know, Will Smith gets up on stage and smacks the shit out of you if you make a joke.
Yeah.
This guy hosts every award show now. Matt Friend hosts literally every award show now. Because he's the only one who is enough of a suck-up, kiss-ass loser who will do it. That being said, his impressions are good. But
Because he does an impression of Chris Rock every time, just in case Will Smith.
he goes up as Chris Rock every single time.
just to potentially take a hit from Will Smith to protect everyone else.
He goes, everyone, introducing Matt Friend, and he goes up there and goes, there's a difference between black people and all you motherfuckers.
He looks a lot like John Stamos.
No, that is John Stamos. Matt Friend is the one who's dressed up as and
Sting?
doing an impression of Howard Stern.
Oh, I thought that was the Guns N' Roses dude.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Can you talk to me about your dating life in the 90s?
So I'm proud to be a Kamala man who has quit the GOP. Cause I just can't abide a man.
He fucked up the chords. He fucked up the chords. He fucked up playing the guitar. That's hilarious. This is so sad to see Nick Offerman do this too.
Like you were like the libertarian.
Yeah, the biggest libertarian, like
Not really, but like
character. Yes.
It's sad to see. Like Joel McHale, I was also really
Yeah.
sad to see. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
Blackmail's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Hey, no matter how good someone is at art or, playing a character, being on TV, they're all the same. They go home and their wife puts on a strap on and fucks them in the ass.
And somebody videotapes it and sends it to a Fed, and the Fed says, now you're going to do what we tell you.
Exactly.
Man who's tried for 34 felonies, and it's time to stand up and face the fact that the men that I once cheered are a bunch of wingnut white nationalists. Well, those guys are fucking weird.
Congressman.
Yeah, that's weird. Those guys are weird, but no one in this video is weird at all.
Also, like, I don't really believe that you used to be
GOP. Yeah, I really
and all of a
doubt
sudden now you're like, I mean, this is like the thing that like just really bothers me. It's like you look at, I saw this thing. It was like, all these people that were previously in George Bush's cabinet and on John McCain and Mitt Romney's campaign staff are now supporting Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like,
I wonder why.
Yeah. And it's also like, no, those are bad people.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
you look
Those
at-
aren't like the good Republicans. Those are the war hawks.
Yeah. It's like you contrast that with the people that are like joining up with Trump, and it's like Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
It's RFK. Like,
it's anti-war people. It's people who are specifically trying to end the forever wars and trying to pull out of all of these other countries that we're completely overextended our reach and power in.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can say, oh, look, all of the people on the Bush that worked for George Bush are voting Kamala. Doesn't that make Kamala look good? No, that makes her look bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes her look like a war criminal, just like Bush and everybody else who supported Bush.
No, it makes her look like freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy to me. It blows my mind. It makes me really like, and like Tulsi and RFK are like both like way more about like unity.
Yes.
Compared to the Kamala in the DNC, they mentioned Trump like 150 times the first night. And then you compare that to the complete RNC, and they mentioned Biden twice.
Yeah. Well, look at it this way. It's like,
and that's when he was running against Biden, too.
Look at it this way. Did you see that RFK go up at that Trump rally and all of his fans went crazy for him, like screamed and yelled for him? That is a Republican candidate, their rally, a Kennedy Democrat getting on stage and them all going apeshit for him.
An environmental lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. And what that goes to show is that clearly there's one side of this election that says we're open to everyone, and there's another side of this election that's just been kicking people out left and right. And there's just, if you don't get on board, you're out of here. You're dead to us.
It's like
I mean, how are you ever gonna I think that's not good. That's horrible. I wish I wish that the liberals were a better party. I wish that they were more open and inviting to people with different ideas. I do, because then I think that they would have a stronger point, and they would speak to a lot of people's concerns about the country. But they don't. They're not open because they are currently the pro-CIA, pro-war. Like they are the feds.
It's crazy. I think that there's I'm turning into my dad.
Yeah.
I listen to every episode of Tucker Carlson.
Hey, lately they've been really good.
I'm just
Do you listen to those doctors? The doctor lady with her brother who they wrote the book about health,
nutrition.
Yeah,
I did listen. I didn't understand half of it.
It was
Actually,
very
I didn't
interesting.
understand like 99% of it, but I thought it was cool. Yeah.
Well, no, she's like a clinical doctor and formerly, and he was her brother, and he was a lobbyist for all of those pharmaceutical companies, and so they were able to use like their experience and say, "No, trust us. This field is corrupt. Like this field is insanely corrupt." And it was all that's where RFK got a lot of his information, was from the two of them. They worked for with him on his campaign a lot too. So
you also have people like
very
there's like this realignment happening, and RFK talked about this on his episode with Tucker, and he's like, there's been like 4 realignments in our country's history, and now he thinks we're going through another one.
Yeah,
where it's like things are dividing, and it's not along the lines you would think, along like Republican and Democrat or liberal and conservative, but it's like, no, you have conservatives that are like actually kind of on board with some of the environmental policies of like RFK, and are very anti-establishment, anti-CIA and everything. And then you have like the liberals, which are all about, or the Democrats right now, which are like all about these other things. And then you have like old Republicans that are like siding with them, like Mitt Romney and Liz Cheney and all these fuckers. And there's like this realignment happening. Like Jimmy Dore just did a show with like Benny, what's his name?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
That was at Trump Tower here in Chicago. Yeah.
And like that Benny guy is like a crazy. He's not crazy. He's like a right-wing commentator guy, and like very pro-Trump and like very MAGA and very Republican.
Yep.
And he's doing a show with like a known socialist.
Right.
And they have a good conversation.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm sure they disagree about a ton of shit, but it's like.
But they focus on the places where they have common ground.
Right.
I think, I think if there's new lines being formed, the biggest, most like obvious one should be it's establishment versus anti-establishment. And because as of right now, the establishment is the pro-FBI, CIA, pro-war. Like that is what the establishment wants. And they will make any argument to put down any criticism of themselves because we want more war, more profits. The establishment wants to continue itself. Like, anyway, all right, let's keep going with these comics for Kamala. Now we got Ken Jeong over here.
Swalwell asked me to go up after all the good ones go up. I was like, sign me up. How dare you, Eric? I was in The Hangover. I'm a doctor. I'm still relevant. Look, I'm not a comic, said every review of my Netflix special. How dare you? The Hangover.
Also said every single person in this meeting. So far, everyone introduced at the Comics for Kamala event, everyone has introduced themselves as, well, I'm not a comic, but...
Gross 278.
Because comedians would not do this.
Yeah.
Like, real comics and comedians would not, and they wouldn't do comics for Trump either. You don't do comics for a politician thing. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Either you would insert some of your ideas into your own stand-up so that people could get a sense of what your ideas were if you wanted to do that. But this is the most anti-comedy thing to be like, oh, I'm going to come over here and shill for the presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think if they were all nude, this would be better?
This would be art.
$467 against a $30 million budget. But this is not about me.
There you go.
You want me to twerk from Zanzibar?
I want.
Oh, is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, you know I twerk. You know I'll be twerking, girl. This
Tell
right
me.
here.
Oh, I thought you were just wearing.
This is so sad for Tiffany Haddish. I love Tiffany Haddish. That's so sad. That's heartbreaking. But she is like a super hard pro-Israel, so I would assume that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
She's like she married
She's a black Hebrew Israelite?
No, she married a Jewish guy and then she converted to Judaism, and since then has been she works with Barry Weiss all the time. She's like very into like Israel. She's
interesting.
Who was the other person? She's always not Barry Weiss. Who's the one that Tim Dillon had on originally, and then he got in trouble for like people got mad at him for having her on. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway,
really helpful for a podcast.
I know. I'm sorry. But there's this big pro-Israel journalist that she went with her to Israel, and they did like a thing with Tiffany Haddish in Israel. It's like a very pro
Interesting.
Israel thing.
Huh.
So that's Tiffany Haddish for you, but
A flower. Damn. Yeah.
not that there's anything wrong with that. You could be pro-Israel. I don't care, but
There we go.
still.
Here we go.
Okay.
And if you don't know me, I'm Kathy Griffin.
All right, that's all of them.
Twerking for Kamala.
Twerking for Kamala.
Kamala. Fuck.
They told you it's comma like a comma in a sentence, and la like la 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 la. Okay, everyone together. That's what they said, word for word.
Yeah.
Anyway, so since we're on the subject of Kamala Harris, BBC News recently put out this thing where they fact-checked Kamala Harris at the National Convention, the Democratic National Convention.
Oh.
I was actually surprised because I'll see these BBC posts, and usually they're very pro-establishment, left-leaning politics, and pro-Kamala Harris, and very anti-Trump, everything they post. And so I was actually surprised to see this. Let's see what they say in fact-checking Kamala Harris.
And made a number of claims about Donald Trump's record.
As a part of his agenda, he and his allies would limit access to birth control.
This is misleading. Trump hasn't said he'd do this. Responding on his social media platform Truth Social, he said, "I do not limit access to birth control. That is a lie." Harris appears to be referring to Project 2025, a document published by a right-wing research group, the Heritage Foundation. In the nearly 900-page document, it outlines policies it would like Trump to implement, including limiting access to some contraceptive pills and ending taxpayer funding of Planned Parenthood. Trump has distanced himself from the project, saying, "I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who's behind it." But according to an investigation by CNN, at least 140 former Trump administration officials have been involved in the project. Kamala Harris also...
According to a research project by CNN.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will say, as far as journalism goes, this is pretty decent journalism.
Yeah.
Of just like, here's what she said. Let me give you all of the facts and the context, and then you can make up your own decision. And it's not right-wing journalism to the point where it's like he said that he will never do Project 2025. Shut up about it. She said no. He says he won't do Project 2025. Some of the people he's worked with in the past are people that wrote Project 2025. It's whatever. It's up in the air. But it seems like that this is misleading, saying that he is going to enact this. He said he won't.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And there's probably some truth to some of the things in Project 2025 that
Sure.
he would enact. Like, I mean, I personally, I don't think Planned Parenthood should get any public funding.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think
But my cunt needs as much cum as possible. I need to fill it to the brim. And what that means is that my health as a woman is in danger if I can't just leave my house and get an abortion within 5 minutes of my home.
And you better pay for it. That's my problem. Like, whatever. I mean, if you want to donate to it, but
I don't care if a condom would prevent pregnancy. I don't care if pulling out and coming on my tummy or my ass or my face or my tits would prevent pregnancy. I don't care if taking the Plan B pill would prevent pregnancy. I don't care if taking birth control would prevent pregnancy. I will do none of those things. I will be filled with cum, and I will get pregnant, and I will get an abortion.
At 9 months.
It's just the fervor behind this abortion thing. I truly do not understand. And then when
I'm so sick of hearing about it.
Look, I really personally, I don't care. Like, I honestly, I could care less if you get an abortion or you don't get an abortion. I could care less if they completely legalize it or if they completely abolish it, because I'm not a woman, so I don't really need to make that decision. And I'm married to a woman who has even an ounce of personal responsibility to make sure that she doesn't get pregnant if she doesn't want to be pregnant.
I thought you were going to say, I got married to a woman that has even an ounce of cum in her.
It's like this idea that it's not your choice whether or not you get pregnant. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the exceptions of rape and being molested. And literally, everyone agrees, including Trump, that those situations, there should be abortion for those situations.
It's like 99% of pro-life people agree that those 3 exceptions should be.
Exactly. So shut the ever-living motherfucking fuck up about it. Like we all agree on that. We all say that should be legal. So let's keep that legal. That's fine. Everything else, that's not what's being argued for. What's being argued for is I want this as a form of birth control because I can't be held responsible for how much cum I'm going to have inside of me. It's true. And it's this idea of like, if anybody pushes back on any pro-choice person that, hey, I kind of feel like maybe this is murder, maybe you're murdering a baby or whatever. It's like, oh, so you're trying to make the government force me to give birth. It's like, so you had no choice? You had absolutely, and again, we're not talking about the exceptions. I'm not talking about rape or being molested or anything like that. I'm simply talking about as a form of birth control. You had no choice as to how much cum ended up inside of you? None?
Well, they don't really have much of a choice about how much cum comes in them.
Okay, but you have a choice as to whether you allow cum into you.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a valve that can change the settings on.
I'm going full blast for this one, baby. Sprinkler mode.
Either these women are just dating men who just lie. They go like, I don't even know how to pull out. I can't. I physically can't do
I don't come.
He comes inside of her every time. And he goes, I don't ever come.
What are you talking about? That's you. That nasty icky. That's you.
But it's like, who's forcing you to give birth? Who's forcing you to have sex, get cum inside of you, not use a condom, not use birth control, not all of the other millions of options that you have? It's just a crazy idea to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, and I always say this, like, I hate arguing about it with people.
Yeah.
And I usually don't, just because, I mean, there's always the whole, like, oh, no vagina, no opinion, like, shit like that, which is dumb as hell. But it's like, I'm sorry, but, like, I've listened to both arguments, both sides of the arguments. Like, the pro-life side is way more logically consistent, and I don't think there's anything you can do to get around that.
Also, if you really want abortion, if you're pro-choice, you really want abortion, stop lying about what the people who don't want abortion want.
Yeah.
Like, every argument is like, they want to control women's bodies. I've never heard a single right-winger, I've never heard a single pro-life person say, I just want to control these bodies.
Just want to control these bitches.
I just want to tell these women what to do with their bodies. Every single person goes, oh no, I just don't want them to kill a baby.
Spread them or die.
That's the abortion clinic?
Yeah.
They're talking to the baby.
Well, it wouldn't be an or, it'd be an and.
Spread them and die.
Spread them and die.
Oh my God. But no, the opposition believes that they're murdering babies. That's why they oppose it. Be honest about that. Like, if you want abortion, we have to be able to have the conversation. So you can't just lie about why they want, because they want to control us. No, because they think you're killing a baby. Prove it's not killing a baby, then we'll get it taken care of.
No, they want to force me to take responsibility for my actions.
That's the other problem.
I don't like taking responsibility.
I don't like that because all of my actions are filling my fucking cunt up to the brim with cum.
And I don't want anything to impose on that lifestyle.
Exactly. For breakfast, I have cum. For lunch, I have cum. For dinner, I've cum. You're telling me I got to stop cum?
Midnight snack, cum.
You're telling me I got to stop filling my cunt with cum.
I got cum in the freezer.
At work, I have to take a cum break. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the men who keep talking about abortion. Lauren, go ahead.
No, I think you said everything that I was going to say, so...
Thank you very much. Just, hey, if anyone's listening, we got the approval of a woman, okay?
Yep.
All right, look, so let's keep going with this. So,
all right, now we can go back to muting Lauren.
So BBC, they fact check Kamala Harris on this, on the, Project 2025. He wants to get rid of all abortion.
Okay.
The comments for BBC News. I was today years old when I lost all respect for BBC as a news source. Seriously, you're using his tweets to fact check Harris? Seriously, you're using his words?
Yeah. We banned him from Twitter, so you're going to do that.
Yeah.
It's funny that they BBC using his tweets to fact check her is wrong, but them using his tweets to show how he's terrible
is right.
Is totally
and
accurate and useful.
And if she were to have tweeted something that was like that went against something that he claimed she did, they would fact check him and say, well, she said this, so she clearly means this. Yeah. It's like we could take Kamala Harris at her word. We cannot take Trump at his word.
Yeah. Really,
but as journalists...
it should say, I was today this many years old when I found out that BBC isn't propagandizing me, and I like to be propagandized.
Exactly.
I want my propaganda.
You're using his tweets to fact check her. You're literally using the words that he said to determine what he said and what he means.
I think
yes.
I think you're going to start seeing a lot of media start kind of probably disingenuously.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I mean, right?
Yeah, you said that really well.
Well, you haven't finished the sentence yet. I don't know what the context is.
Yeah, the next word could really be a wild card.
I think that they're going to try and start being more like, and hopefully genuinely, but more objective. And like, because even like, I found it so funny when Don Lemon went and did like those street interviews and like he posted it, and talked about it. He's like, yeah, I talked to a lot of people, a lot of black people. And all I kept hearing was Trump, 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 Trump. And it's like, I know he doesn't work for CNN anymore.
Yeah.
And I actually gained some respect for him. I'm like, that's interesting that he did this. And then he's like, and I'm not saying he's like was good at it or anything, but like the guy still aired it and then like was truthful about it and didn't like edit it or selectively make it look like it was they were supporting Kamala or Kamala.
Well, the trust in corporate news has gone down so much that it's like, I think you're right. I actually do think we're going to see a lot more corporate news stations try to win back their credibility.
You're going to see a realignment.
You're going to see a realignment. Wow, good job.
Callback.
Let's mute her.
That was one of my drawbacks too.
Let's mute her. Using Trump tweets to verify a fact is like going to KFC to get abs. That's one of the comics for
Except
Kamala.
when he says something bad. Except when he says something bad. Then you can use it to verify things all you want.
I love this. This is terrible journalism. Fact-checking is terrible journalism.
Yeah.
You should just let her say whatever the fuck she wants, and if it's wrong, then you do not correct it, BBC.
Not only should you let her say whatever she wants, you should celebrate it.
Yeah. Are you really using Trump's Twitter posts as a source? Laughing my ass off. No, they're just taking what he said and saying, Kamala Harris said, he says he's going to do this. They're saying, look, he says he's not going to. He's actually saying he's not going to do this. It's not on them to be like, we don't think it would make no sense for them to be like, we don't think what he's saying is true. Then you also have to say, well, we don't think what Kamala Harris says is true.
Yeah.
All you can do is go off the words that they've said.
That is objective journalism. They're just showing you this is what he said. This is what Kamala said.
It's up to you to make that decision. They're mad because the news didn't make the decision for them.
Yeah. Or they didn't.
You're making me think.
Right? Yeah, they don't like objective journalism.
They don't.
They don't want to see it.
They're pissed that they're doing objective journalism here.
Yeah.
You're making me think. You're not letting me fill my pussy up with cum. It's just I can't take it. I can't take any of this.
Well, and even
we're living in a Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
What has the BBC become? They used to tell me what to think.
Yeah, well, I mean, and even still, it's not like she said, Trump's not going to do this. That would be propaganda, actually.
Right.
She said, this is what Trump said. Like, it's not like she didn't say he's lying, and she didn't say he's obviously being truthful, and he won't do that. She just said, this is what he said. And then she even goes in to say, and this CNN report said that all of his 100 aides of his have been a part of this bill, which is probably true. But you could probably find a very similar thing about Kamala.
That's good.
Kamala. Kamala.
Good.
People want their propaganda. They want their propaganda fed to them. A tweet from a felon should not be used as a base for fact checking. Y'all are the ones that made him a felon. Shut up.
Yeah.
No, a tweet.
That's the thing is when you.
No, a tweet from a felon should not be used. It's a speech from a war criminal like we like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I don't like. They're just mad because they weren't told what to think in this situation.
Well, they're just mad that they're not this media organization isn't sycophantically praising Kamala for everything she does, every step she takes, every breath she takes.
And all of these people, what they're saying is objectively true. BBC does suck, but not for the reason they're saying it. Usually they never do this.
Yeah.
Usually they would never do a fact check like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is funny to watch
Wild.
people get really angry about objective journalism. For once, one corporate news media says, "Hey, we're going to be objective just this once," and the people that eat it up like propaganda for years go, "I don't like that you're doing this."
Do you think the new UK the police lady who investigates mean things on the internet, do you think she's going to have to contact the BBC and tell them to take this down?
Everyone in these comments is going to jail.
Yeah. Everyone in the comments is going to jail?
Yeah. Yep.
I would think
I think you're wrong.
I think
you're right. They're going to arrest this journalist.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any more. I'm just curious.
So said this.
And enact a nationwide abortion ban with or without Congress.
This is also misleading. Trump said he would not sign a national abortion ban and said he believes the issue should be left to individual states. But while he was president, Trump appointed 3 justices to the Supreme Court who voted to overturn Roe v. Wade. That's the ruling that protected the constitutional right to abortion for nearly 50 years until it was overturned in June 2020.
And here's the thing, all these people commenting like, wow, why are you treating his tweets like facts? She's not. She actually, every one of these, she goes, now, Trump has never said this, but the people around him do believe that, so it is possible that he could do that. It's still anti-Trump.
Yeah.
It's just not anti-Trump enough for them.
Yeah. It's still coming, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just not enough cum to get you preggers.
She said Orange Man kinda bad. And they went, you didn't say Orange Man very bad. Right?
Yeah.
That's all that it was.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm sorry, I'm mad. I have no cum in me.
Well, hold on a second.
I'm getting mad. I don't fill the jar with jizz. Cool. Well, I think we should wrap it there. We've done about an hour, so I'm gonna finish it up there. But before I do want to let everyone know that coming up very, very soon, we only got 2 more. All right. Coming up in just 2 more episodes is our 100th episode live stream extravaganza. It is going to be live on our YouTube page on Sunday, September 22nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 5 p.m. Central Time. That's 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And that's 3 p.m. Pacific
Western.
Time.
Oh.
Pacific. Shut up. Pacific Time. And now, so please, you don't have any excuse to not join in. We have a lot of fun, surprise guests and little bits and stuff that you're going to love. And it's live, and you get to communicate with us in the chat and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would say make plans in advance to reschedule your all-male nudist improv group session.
And be there for our live 100th episode stream. As I've been saying, guys, this is the last episode of Working Crass Podcast. The 100th episode. From the very beginning, Lauren and I said we're going to do 100, and then we're going to reevaluate and see where things go. Now, should you know...
We said day one, we're going to quit.
We're going to quit. We only set... To be fair, we did only set out to make 100 episodes of this podcast. We did say, let's do 100 and then see how we feel. It is possible that that is the last episode that we are ever going to do. And you would be tuning in to watch it being recorded live and in person. Now, do we already have an episode scheduled to record after that we will be releasing soon after that? Sure, maybe. But this one, what I'm saying is this one is the last episode, wink, wink, of Working Crass Podcast. So come check it out live Sunday, September 22nd at
we're going to get the
6 p.m.
BBC to fact check us live.
6 p.m. Eastern. BBC will be live fact checking everything we say.
We'll comb through our tweets.
I will say this. And I'm very excited about this. We have a special guest on that episode, on that live episode. And let's just say he may or may not be one of the candidates for the President of the United States this year. Or she. All right. Folks, thank you very much for watching. Before we go, we do have to say what we learned today. Byron, you want to start? Lauren, you want to start? Oh, God damn it.
No, just kidding.
What'd you learn?
Byron?
I learned my name.
All right.
Okay.
See, you really should have just went with what I said. Okay, go ahead, Lauren.
I learned that people just like when BBC propagandizes them.
Yeah, people like
propaganda. And when you take
propaganda.
it away, they get hangry. Much like when you take away a Snickers from someone.
Yes.
They get hangry, they lash out, they write mean things on the internet.
Yes, absolutely. Much like what I learned, that women need to be filled with as much jizz as possible, as physically possible. If you're a woman and you're listening at home, I want you to imagine exactly how much would be the physical possible limit to how much jizz you could fit inside of you.
Somebody is just gonna they're gonna comment with a gif from Mean Girls of the limit does not exist.
I want you to imagine that limit where literally not even a drop will fit inside of you anymore. It's gonna just fall out. Okay, that's how full you are.
There'll be so much pressure that it'll come out in laminar flow.
Yes, that is correct. That is pro-choice liberal women. That's how, and hey, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying you should maybe have some sympathy for these pro-choice women out there, because they're out there with filled with so much cum that you can't even fit another drop in. And you know those sluts are hungry for another drop. Okay. Byron, did you learn anything?
I learned that no.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, folks. We will see you next week. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
1, 2, 3.